Okay, Megavannan, and welcome back to another Lord of the Rings online video. I'm just kind of in the, well, I guess more like in the beginning, okay, of the, doing my 7 out of 7 for the anniversary, anniversary festival. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and I thought that I'll also kind of briefly talk about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. I've been watching this for quite a few weeks now, or since this began. Sometimes it would be live, or sometimes just after it's done live, so just the recording of it. And I think either some people or maybe the main source channel, I don't know who, I just kind of randomly
what do you want?
Click on these, and pretty much
Might
watch
you
it
lend
through.
me an ear?
They put up maybe a few minutes clips, 15 minutes or 20-minute clips, stuff like that. And wait a minute. Back to, okay, let's go to Hobbiton. Okay. Well, and yeah, I'll say that. Oh shit! Oops. I feel that well, I guess it's kind of all connected, and this is what I liked about the old days, and I know this might sound odd because I'm of course making use of this, YouTube and making videos and stuff like that. Actually, here's what it is.
What do you want?
Hold on here. Sorry, I have to. I'm trying to think at the same time. Okay. Okay, here we go. I guess let me start off with this. Yeah, I miss how it was in the old days, the 80s and 90s, when you can rent videos, when you go to a video store. And now, of course, the rental places are out of business because, of course, everyone's streaming. And I make use of that myself, I stream. But I just still feel that the streaming is more of a supplementary kind of thing. I really feel like the physical media should not go away, and the streaming should just supplement your physical media. I miss places like Farmore, where it's like a little grocery store, not really little, but medium to big size actually. But there's a little section in the right corner, when you first walk in, you turn right, and then to the right again is, oh damn, okay, oh damn, yeah, that's okay, I'll go this way. And you could rent videos and buy cassette tapes, so I miss those days. So getting back with this, like the YouTube videos, it's cool that people do comment on that, and on video game stuff, and
How can I be of service?
that's fine. But there was a time when
Stay a moment.
something like this, like a trial like this, or some what do you call that? I don't really even know what you call it, but these I don't know what you call it, but like trials and not really publicity stunts, but oh fuck, things like this, when a celebrity is under the microscope like that, and they're being scrutinized and stuff. You just read about it in the paper, because you look on the internet, they didn't have that back then. So everyone kind of can keep most of their thoughts to themselves. or just speak amongst it with friends, you know, amongst friends, small circle of people. But now it's like connected to the world, and everyone can share this single thought, you know, and it's kind of like doesn't become their own. They lose their sense of individuality, kind of thing, you know. And so, like with this case, now, okay, sure, I do feel very bad for Amber Heard. You know, the very beautiful Amber Heard. Come on, you know. And now everyone hates on her, and I saw a clip where everyone kind of booed her as she's walking out of the courtroom and said, "Why'd you shit on his bed?" You know, stuff like that. I just felt very bad. I'm a Johnny Depp fan. I'll have you know. I love that guy. But Amber Heard also was in Aquaman, and she was that, you know, that, I don't even know her name, but she had that hydrokinesis power, you know, in Aquaman, and I think she was in Justice League, and she was pretty fucking badass, I'll say, you know. But it's not just that. I mean, okay, maybe I'm a little biased, I'll say, because I'm a sucker for women. I love, especially a beautiful hot blonde, or just a beautiful hot girl, you know. It's just the way I am, you know. For me, they can get away with murder, you know. Even committed in front of my eyes, and they're still innocent. It's just, you know, I just feel bad for you know, I never want, you know, I always, I have a soft spot for women, you know, what can I say? But anyways, I like both. I like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, you know, and I don't, I wish this was either just left in private, so, you know, it's not advertised like this, or it's not, you know, it's become like a reality TV kind of thing, you know, and the whole world is watching them and can make fun of, you know, Amber Heard, or in this case Amber Heard, but they can make fun of whoever they, you know, think is the wrong one. And yeah, I've been watching it, and you know, since the beginning, Johnny Depp's always talking, and the security guards, and you know, Johnny Depp's side. And I was always wondering, will Amber Heard and her side ever get a chance to speak? I never comment on these. I commented like one time just asking about this. Is Amber Heard ever gonna talk? You know, get in front of the, you know, get on the stand and kind of like tell her side? And someone said, yeah, it's gonna happen next week. And this was last week when I left that message or that comment, you know. And that's it. I keep my opinions to myself, you know. I don't put it in the thing. I'm gonna, I guess, kind of give my opinion now, and I sort of am giving my opinion, I guess. I like both, you know. And here's what I feel. I feel that that, okay, if they're gonna do this kind of thing, turn off the comments and turn off the chat, so fucking people can't put the 2 cents. I mean, I'm looking at the chat and it's fucking going by so fucking fast. Like, you fuckers can't even read it, and you're still typing shit, making fun of her. I mean, I could see it, and I fucking look fast. It's like fucking 50 Cent, right? What's it? I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get $1 out of me. It's been a while since I heard that, you know. Actually, I kind of recently heard it a little bit on the radio, but it's classic, you know. I have the CD. But I'm a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get $1 out of me, Cadillacs and that I'm a motherfucking PIMP, you know. And they say, and then part of the song at the end, they say in show business, there's no, they say in, how'd it go? They say in Hollywood, I think, right? They say in Hollywood, there's no business like show business. In the hood, they say there's no business like hoe business. You know, they say it real fast, but if you listen real fast, they say it real fast, but if you listen real fast, I ain't gotta slow down so you can hear it. Yeah, that's how it works. Say it, you know. So it's like that, you know. I kind of had a point with that, but I can't remember what it was. So that's all I'm saying. I feel that maybe just turn. That's what I was trying to get at. The comments, the chat comments are going so fucking fast. I can't even fucking see it. So it's just exactly like what they just said. In Hollywood, they say there's no business like show business. In the hood, they say there's no business like hoe business. They say it real fast, but if you listen real fast, and you gotta slow down for you to hear it. You see, it's going real fast. So that's like those comments, Anyways, they should just turn that off. Let the people, they can't comment. There's no chat, so they can't throw their 2 cents in and make fun of Amber Heard. I just feel so sad for her. Now, of course, I'm watching her, and it kind of makes me cringe a bit while she's telling her side. You can tell it really seems like maybe it's either this, she is remembering things wrong, or, people saying like, oh, this is some bad acting, she's a bad actress, bad acting, she's acting here and it's just bad. It's cringeworthy. Yeah, it does make me cringe. But that could just be, look at Johnny Depp. When he was up on the stand, and I put my hand up, and he even doesn't speak clearly. He's kind of
would you do something for me?
Like ever since Pirates of the Caribbean, he can't get out of that. And he didn't talk like that before, but that's just the way he is. And I still love him. He's one of my favorite actors. One of my absolute favorite roles, of course, and the one that kind of, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, here. Put him on the map for me, and it wasn't Pirates of the Caribbean as much as I loved him in that. I love that film, but it was Ed Wood, Tim Burton's Ed Wood. Absolutely love that film, So, Mr. Lugosi, how'd it go? Honey, you won't believe who I ran into today. I ran into an actor. Oh, who? Rock Hudson? Nope. Think horror. Boris Karloff. Nope, the other one. Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi? Is he still alive? He's very much alive. It's a shame, really. No one's using him anymore. Such a great actor, Great movie, Ed Wood. But again, that's just how he is. It's very these rich people and actors are all eccentric. It's just how they are. Amber Heard is kind of like that too, and maybe she has like some mental issues, or either mental issues, or, to be quite honest, maybe she just, she's suing to try to just get some money. I like both, and I think people just need to shut the fuck up and just leave it alone. Leave them alone. Leave her alone. Like, what do you have to make fun of her? What do you're just saying such very mean things, and it just makes me cry, because I love both. Most likely, yeah, she's wrong and she's remembering things wrong. But it's I don't like them to make fun of another person, especially, like I said, come on. Now this is gonna fuck up her career maybe now, and I think they're still gonna use her in Aquaman 2, which is great. I loved her character in Aquaman 2. Those hydrokinesis powers, just fucking badass. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, here we are. But now the world is not gonna look at her in the same way, because this is publicized like that. And people remember all the comments that they put in the chats, what they put on the videos, and people are going to see that, and it's always going to be there. And that's just too bad. It's as Matt Dillon said in the movie Wild Things, starring Neve Campbell. What the fuck am I doing? And starring I can't fucking remember, but she was a Bond girl. No, anyways, yeah, Kevin Bacon. You know, it doesn't matter if I'm innocent or not. You know, something like this, an accusation like this, it just stays with you. You know, it doesn't matter if you're innocent or not. You know. So it's kind of like that, you know. So you're sure, you know, Johnny Depp might be like hurt by this as well, but to be quite honest, it's Amber Heard that's gonna take more of the hit. Yeah, even though she's in the wrong most likely and did something wrong, but I think now it's just let the courts do it. There's no need for anyone to poke fun at her. Just let them fucking do it. Keep your goddamn fucking mouth shut. Leave her be. You know.
How can I be
I like both. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Don't pick a side. Or if you want to pick a side, you keep it to your fucking goddamn self. That's how I feel. Don't make fun of any and booing her. You're gonna cause her to commit suicide or something. You know, and kill herself. You know, she shouldn't. If you doubt that, look at some of these poor actors and actresses who've done it. Look at Robin Williams. Look at Brittany Murphy. You know, it's so sad. I don't like that, and I don't want her to go down that path and that to happen. You know, I want her to see her in more films. You know, she was in Machete Kills. Come on, people. Have you forgotten the entertainment value that she's put out? And same goes for Johnny. I like both. So sorry for that little rant. I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there and just, you know, my thoughts on that and how I feel about it. Yeah, but you know, as I'm watching it, she's telling her story, and of course, you know, the things she's saying that Johnny Depp said and did, you know, slapped her once and then slapped her again, slapped her 3 times. She gets very over dramatic. It could be, I guess, one of 2 things. No, not really. Maybe it couldn't be both, but it could be she's just so nervous that it comes off like bad acting. I mean, look at Johnny Depp. At the beginning, people were making fun of him when they weren't used to him speaking. They were used to him speaking kind of like funny like that with the, you know, how he does it, how he sounds like he's part Johnny Depp, part Captain Jack Sparrow, how he talks. So at the beginning, you know, they were making fun a little bit of him. As it went on, you know, they got used to it. So maybe this is just the way Amber Heard, you know, she can't help it. You know, maybe this is just how she sounds like. Or, yeah, maybe she's kind of lying, or could be embellishing the things, you know, the events, or remembering them wrong, you know, or maybe, like I said, she has a little mental problem and kind of sees things differently. You know, I can certainly understand that. So I feel very bad for Amber Heard. And I feel bad for Johnny Depp. I wish they can just part amicably and become friends. You know, it didn't work out. They tried to, you know, they tried their hand at marriage to each other. I think a good woman, good girl, good woman for Johnny Depp would be Björk. That's right. Big time sensuality. Sensuality. It takes courage to enjoy. Big time sensuality. You know it? You know that song? One day it'll happen. One day it'll all make sense. Dun 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 dun. I'll never let you down. I can feel it. I can feel it. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know? So I just think that she would make a good match for Johnny Depp. They're more age appropriate, you know, to each other. There's that big gap in age between Amber Heard, you know, so kind of like a different generation of, you know, how they think. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that I'm not saying that I believe Amber Heard or I'm on her side, but I'm not gonna make fun of. I'm not gonna make fun of her. I'm not gonna rip on her. I'm not gonna boo on her and mock her. I'm not gonna go up there and start throwing stones at her and like, all you fuckers, you know, saying all this shit to her. Get the fuck up, you know. You're typing all this fucking bullshit, you know, in the chats and leaving horrible fucking comments about her, and you know, yeah, she just leave her be. And you know what? It don't fucking matter, because she'll have more goddamn fucking money than any of you people, than me, you know. So, you know, fuck you. You know, that's what I say. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. It's just keep your 2 cents about this to yourselves. When it comes to gaming or, you know, movies and stuff like that, you want to talk about it, how you feel about this and movies, that's perfectly cool. But when it comes to celebrities and musicians and shit, just leave them the fuck alone. They're on a whole nother level, okay? You don't... Let me see. I think I can reference a whole nother... It was a Tupac that said it, right? A whole nother level. I don't... Yeah, fuck your bitch. And to click your claim, yeah, hit him up, you know? Yeah, that's it. There's a part in there where he says, I'm not even on... You're not even on my level. I'm gonna let my little homies take care of it. Yeah, and then his hype. Get out the way, yo. Get out the way, yo. Biggie Smalls just got shot. Yeah. The accident murderer. Well, I ain't never heard of you. Yeah. That's how it was. So that's why they're on a whole nother level than you. So just leave them be. Don't fuck up their career. Either of them, Johnny and Amber. Okay. Sure. I think I pretty much know. You know, of course, Johnny Depp is in the right here, and Amber Heard, you know, she's went through something maybe traumatic. We don't fucking know. Were you there? Were you around there for her upbringing? Did you see how she was raised? You don't know shit about her, okay? So I just say that, you know, maybe she went through some problems that y'all don't even know, you know, and that's how she is. Maybe it's partially the truth, you know. It's not. You know, you can't say, yeah, bad acting, sure, but I felt like to cringe myself, you know, and she cries on a dime or whatever, and then all of a sudden cries for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then she's straight again, you know, that kind of thing. Y'all make fun of her for that. I see that, and it's, whatever, it's just maybe the way she is, you know. But anyways, that's enough of that. I don't want to talk about that anymore, you know. I'm still watching this trial with, you know, very closely, you know, but I just, you know, I just watch it, and I keep my thoughts to myself. That's what I say. So it's just like with the streaming services and physical media. I think there should be both. Okay, I just think the streaming service should supplement the physical media. That's how I feel. Not take it over. There should still be rental places. I miss going to Line Video, Hollywood Video, and there was Galaxy Video, and then Hollywood Video took over, you know. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna switch guys here. Oh, like that. Switch guys and do this again. Oh, and I want to give a huge shout out to my very dear friend Aligar Dovakian. He hooked me up with some parts, and I was able to get you know, such a great deal on all of these things on the parts of my my upgrades on my computer. So I have to thank him big time, because this would have cost, you know, a lot more, I'll say.
Hello
so
there.
Thank you for that.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I have a, you know, okay, here we go. I have a NVIDIA. I went from, I think it was like RTX 2070 to a 3060 RTX 3060. My CPU is also upgraded. I can't remember now what it is, but like a Core 6 something, 5600, something like that. Core 5, Core 6. I don't even remember, but it's one that can handle the the RTX 3060. You know, I got that. I got an upgrade in hard drive space, big time. I got solid state drives. Upgraded my keyboard. I got the fans inside there that change. They're like a multicolor thing. Kind of goes through the color of the rainbows or something. The fans spin and it goes like purple, and then it slowly transitions to red, then blue, then pink, then you understand, and then green, like that. So yeah, so I got those. So thank you again, Aligar, for that. Maybe I'll do like a showcase video. You guys can see it. What else? Yeah, I guess that's really it. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this whole thing, that, and how much better things were back in the day when there were video stores, in the 80s and 90s. Like I said, I would go in there in the Farmore, and I remember renting Beastmaster, the Beastmaster 2, the second one that came out in 1990, Through the Portal of Time, which stars Wings Hauser, of course, Mark Singer as Dar. We have Carrie Wooher in there, Sarah Douglas in there as Ilara or Ilana or whatever. She was like the witch. Good stuff. And I remember renting Barbarian Queen, the first one, starring Lana Clarkson. That was a pretty shit film, but it's a shit film that I like. And I have it from Shout Factory. To Sleep with a Vampire, I rented there. Also, that one starring what's her name? Charlie Spradling and Scott Valentine. Scott Valentine. He was Mallory's boyfriend in Family Ties. Family Ties, which is Alex Keaton's sister, older sister. And he's kind of like has like a Rocky kind of look, a Rocky Balboa kind of look and way of speaking and level of intelligence. Scott Valentine, and then To Sleep with a Vampire, he was a vampire in there. Charlie Spradling, I had my eye on her ever since I seen Puppet Master 2, and she was in there, and there's a little puppet doll in there named Blade, and it's the one that got her. And she's always fond of bringing that up in those full moon, making of, and special features at the end of the VHS tape. They're the ones that pretty much started special features. Before there was DVD, before there was Blu-ray, and before they, you saw like the making of and behind the scenes, and these special features at the end of a certain section of the DVD and Blu-rays. They're the ones that kind of innovated this. There was another movie I had seen that I rented from Farmore, in the video department of it, and curators, yeah, it's gone. Well, and I don't remember the name and what it was, and back in these days, when I was like 11, 12, 13 years old, and I might have been 11 or 12 at the time, something like that. And there's a movie, I believe she was either a stripper or a lady of the night, I can't remember, but and I believe she was blonde, and I believe the man was William Catt. Was his name William Catt? William Catt, which was the Greatest American Hero and Carrie White's date for prom. He was also in like the House films, or at least the first House film. Well, anyways, I think that's him, because I kind of, when I envision him, I think he had curly hair, and I think it was him. Well, anyways, he brought this lady of the night, or was it a stripper, brought her home, and they're gonna fuck. And she is kind of, remember, I'm only 11, but she was kind of a little sadistic, I guess. She likes to be kind of like choked out and strangled. So what she did was she took off the guy's tie, or maybe it was already off. And what she did was she looped it around her neck, the guy's, tie, and she mounted him so she's on top of him. You get it? Missionary. And she wrapped the tie around her neck, looped it, and had him take hold of the two ends of the tie and wanted him to pull to tighten that loop around her neck to choke her out. Get it? And he wasn't getting it at first. He's like, wait. And then he goes, asphyxiation. No. You know, she's like, no. Come on, fucker. Anyways, that guy got it. No, you know, you can die. It's dangerous, and I could kill you. And then she said, I trust you, is what she said. You know, I remember that. So he did it, and started pulling on both ends of it, choking her out. And she's choking out while she's doing her thing. And when it was over, it kind of like fade to black, the screen. Where'd that fucking envelope go? And it kind of fade to black, and then you know, the next day in the morning, like, oh, I got, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I guess I don't pick up the envelopes. Okay, I'm missing, okay. And, alright, here we go. So he comes to, and she's still, you know, passed out, but he thought maybe she's dead. So he goes, oh no. He shakes her, wake up, please don't be dead. And shakes her and kind of slaps her lightly on the cheeks. And then she's like, and she comes to, and she's like, oh, that was great. She goes, oh, you know, I thought you were dead. I don't even remember the name of this fucking film, you know, and I wish I could remember it, because I'd like to see it again, you know. But at the time, you know, being like 11 or 12, something like that, I didn't know he can dance like that. It was like he was skipping around. I didn't know what the fuck this was, you know, what is going on here, you know. But yeah, I would see shit like that.
With you a moment?
Great stuff. So if you guys, you know, from that description and that scene, you know, if you ever remember seeing it, it was most likely around 1990 to maybe 92, maybe 93 when that movie came out. Probably like very early 90s, you know. But these are the films I rented from Hollywood Video. Poison Ivy. I believe also Poison Ivy 2. Is that with Alyssa Milano? I remember one of the cassette tapes I bought there. Like I said, it's all where you rent the movies, and the with like the Walkmans, you know, Walkman, the tape, put your cassette tape in there, and you know, all those accessories for that, and the cassette tapes were all in that section of where you rent the movies, you know, the VHS tapes. And there we go. I remember there was there's a compilation heavy metal cassette tape. It had stuff like Judas Priest. I think the name of the group was called Exodus, and the name of the song was called Parasite. You know, and I can't remember the Judas Priest song that was on that cassette. But it had those kind of songs, you know, there's different heavy metal songs, and it was great. And my brother bought Love Gun by Kiss, bought that album on cassette, you know. Love Gun, Love Gun, Love Gun, da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, you know. Well, yeah, and then there was like other tapes that I had gotten there, I just can't remember. I might have gotten an MC Hammer tape. But yeah, it's, you know. Here we go. So I just miss the old days. And, so I remember my very dear friend, Alagar. That's right, the same dude that was just over here and visited me for, you know, my brother and I and my mom for a couple days. Yeah, he left earlier today, like early mid-afternoon, and helped me with enabling me to get these parts here for such a deal for my computer. That Aligar. We went to Line Video. This was back in the day. This was like early mid 90s, and we were renting horror movies. We loved horror movies. We still do. And there was there's different movies to rent. Night of the Demons, stuff like that. Night of the Demons 2, and I spotted Deadly Friend, starring Christy Swanson,
Hello,
which was
friend.
the original
Could you
Buffy the
help me with
Vampire
something?
Slayer. And Aligar, he saw it up there too. He looked, oh, Deadly Friend. Yes, I have seen that. I remember him saying that. I've seen that. He saw Deadly Friend. At the time, I hadn't seen it, and I believe it was like a mid-late 80s film, and back then, when that was still new, I had never seen it before. It wasn't until many years later. So from this point here, I'd probably seen it for the first time within the past 3 or 4 years, and I'd seen it for the first time, and it's quite good. Bebo, right? I like that. But I just have memories of that, going to the rental store, to Line Video, seeing those kinds of movies, Chopping Mall, for rent. And I remember Galaxy Video, and they were there for so many years. It's a mom and pop kind of video store, and it was owned by an Indian guy, and they had put up right next to it a Hollywood video. So he started up this petition for people to sign, and that it's going to put him out of business and stuff. And sure enough, not very long after, he had to close down because he wasn't getting a lot of business. They were all going to Hollywood. But I remember going to Blockbuster, and and I remember Suncoast Video in the mall, and all that great stuff. Silo, they're kind of like a Radio Shack / Circuit City of the time, cross between those two. Kind of darkly lit inside. You had to descend this very short flight of steps and go through the door, because it was like kind of on a you're on a hill kind of, and then you kind of not really like a huge hill. I don't know how to explain it, but it's on Roselle. Well, anyways, and you kind of descend a very short flight of stairs, so it's not like you're super underground or anything, or really not underground. But it was just the lighting was kind of like it's kind of a darker set lighting, so darker tone lighting, and I loved it. And you can buy electronics there, and rent, of course, VHS movies there, and I loved it. And I rented Jason and the Argonauts there. From the library, I would rent, or rather borrow movies in there. And I remember borrowing Galaxy of Terror. I think her name was like Taffy something. And she became kind of like a scream queen. She kind of gained that title, gained that renown. She was the one, if you've ever seen the film, it's an early to mid, I think it's more like early 80s film. I believe it was a Corman production. Also starred a young Sid Haig. He was a knife-wielding warrior. It's pretty badass. I want to say it was, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but I want to say it was Yvette Mimille. I think she was in, but I don't think so. No, it could not be her. Maybe I'm thinking Fantastic Voyage or something, or was it The Black Hole? I'm thinking Disney's The Black Hole with Anthony Perkins, so I get confused sometimes. But yeah, it was Taffy. I don't remember what her last name was. Aaron Moran was in that one. Not Scott Baio, but Aaron Moran. And I can't remember who else was in it, and like I said, Sid Haig. But yeah, and what happened to Taffy in that film was she was essentially like sexually molested or raped by this giant alien worm, slimy worm creature. And I guess for a lot of young boys back in the day, you know, just, it wasn't the fact that she was like being raped, but it was the fact that her clothes were kind of melting off and her body became slimy and stuff. And, you know, at such a young age, seeing, you know, this woman, you know, and seeing her pretty much fully naked, although you don't see the worm kind of covered up, you know, in between the legs. How the fuck you walking like that? You're skipping along. How the fuck you do that? Well, anyways, but you do see her titties, you know. So, anyways, look at this. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I'm just kind of going along. Okay, let's just go. But yeah, I remember renting that from or borrowing it from the library. You know, that Galaxy of Terror. I borrowed the Phantom Toll Booth from the library. Time. It's a Chuck Jones film. You know, the same ones who did, if you've seen, there's a certain era of Tom and Jerry cartoons where it was produced or drawn or whatever, created by Chuck Jones. And it has that signature art style with the big eyes and the type of music. Time is a gift given to you. Take it and make it live all you can to have the time of your life. You know, don't say there's nothing to do in the doldrums. You know that? You know? Dun 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 dun, Milo. Da, 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 da. You can fly a kite. You can go with her. Da, 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 da. Reach the skies. Milo, open your eyes. See how beautiful life can be. You know, it's like a late 60s, early 70s. You know, live action transitioning to a cartoon film, and it was quite good. I think there came a time in the 90s where they started showing it on TV during Christmas time. That's such a great one. It's a good kids, family, not just holiday film, but just all around film. When I'd seen it, it wasn't, you know, it kind of teaches you, you know, like some math and some English and stuff, and there's that ongoing war between numbers and words, right? And TikTok was the name of the dog, I believe, or Tok. I can't remember. I think it was just Tok. That he's a watchdog, literally a watch. The what is it? The active word being watch. You know, WATCH. And the boy's name, of course, was Milo. Yeah. Well, what else? I rented, or borrowed rather, Yellow Submarine, you know. When I'm 64, when I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, don't you still send me a Valentine? Don't make no bottle of wine. And out the door, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Good film. We all live in a yellow submarine. Ha! Yellow submarine. Woo! Yellow submarine. Right? Da 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 da. So I have to kind of wait until evening time so I can launch the fireworks and make this 7 out of 7. So I might switch to another guy. Yeah. What else? How about this was very late 80s. It was exactly very late 80s. I think it was 89. Dun, 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 dun. The Legend of Zelda. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyone remember that one? Legend of Zelda. Good stuff. I have the complete collection on DVD, by the way. I remember this was in middle school. I want to say it was in 7th grade. And it was in shop class. And there was a kid in there, you know, my friend in that class, and we're talking about cartoons, you know, whether Saturday morning cartoons or the after school cartoons. And we're talking about cartoons that were cool and the cartoons that sucked. And he goes, "Hey, you want to know what sucks? Is that Super Mario Brothers cartoon." I'm like, yeah, I don't really care so much for that one. Although I'll say, the Zelda segments on Friday, you know, when that would show, you know, the Zeldas would come on Friday. Those are cool. You know, like, oh yeah, the Zeldas, yeah, those ones, those are actually good. You know, we're talking about it. But you want to know what else sucks? He says, is a Beetlejuice cartoon. You know, that was a Saturday morning cartoon one. I said, yeah. Even though I thought it was okay, but I just kind of agreed a little bit because you know, even though it was okay, I didn't really super care for it. Now looking back on it, you know, retrospect, it's to me a lot better now. Because, you know, nostalgia is a big deal. It's a big thing and can really help sway, you know, your thoughts and opinions on something. But yeah, so I remember that. Dungeons and Dragons, you know, the animated cartoon, you know. Let's even go more further back in time to like the early mid 80s. Shows like Manimal or Werewolf. There was a television, you know, Scorzini, you know, that he was an evil pirate villain. I don't know if exactly he's a pirate, but kind of has that like a pirate vibe about him. Battlestar Galactica for me, you know, catching them on the reruns in the 80s. Misfits of Science, that was in the I think mid 80s, early 80s, something like that, with the young Courtney Cox. Great stuff. Misfits of Science.
Would you do something for me? Stay a moment.
Probably. Okay, here we go. Oh, I kind of feel like I want to vomit, you know. And not because I'm, what do you call that, motion sickness from this, no. I just, you know, I've been kind of feeling a little sickly, you know, that some days it's not as bad. It's always bad, but some days is a lot worse. But those days that are, because there's those days where it's a lot worse, it makes the days where they're not so worse seem like you're not sick. You get what I'm saying? So, kind of like a John Woo film. Is it John Woo? Or maybe not John Woo, but it is Chow Yun-fat film. And in his films, like The Killers and stuff like that, I'm using an analogy here, he's not exactly a good guy. His character's not exactly good. He's still like a gangster, a bad guy, but he's standing next to an even worser bad guy. So, in essence, it makes him seem good. You get what I'm saying? There's like the lesser of the two evil kind of thing. So that's what that is. That's what this is. You know, I feel, you know, what's happening. But right now, yeah, I'm feeling like I need to vomit or something. Like I can feel my heart racing sometimes, and you know, I took someone's tip. You know, what you do is you deep breath and hold your breath for a while to kind of slow down your heart rate. And well, I guess it somewhat works, but it's like, so what am I supposed to do? Just keep doing that and make my breathing like that now forever? Just hold it and then for as long as I can, and then start breathing again, and then seconds later hold it again? Yeah, I can't do that. Oh, the A-Team, MacGyver. Come on. Aren't you the one, Ducky? MacGyver episode. I remember one episode he's fighting a guy outdoors, and I think it might even been near like a helicopter or something. And someone had a blade and it sliced his hand, and I think when his buddy comes to his aid, he's like, "Are you okay? Mac, are you okay?" And he goes, "Do I look okay?" And he holds up his hand, and his palm of his hand is slashed, and it's cut. I remember that episode. I don't know if any of you people do remember that, but okay. You know what I need to get again is the tokens, or festivity tokens. Yeah, I can get them. What has become of my dear friend? Oh shit.
How can I be of service?
No, I have not. It's simply not meant to be. Something like that. Okay.
Hello there.
Now I will go ahead and do that thing. I think it was Shift J? No? Control J. Uh-huh. Flurry of fireworks. You know, something else I've been kind of curious to... I don't want it to be super hard, so... 55, let's make it 53. But something I've been kind of curious to check out is Yondershire. I haven't done anything in there, and that's a new area near the Shire.
Woo.
What else do I recall? I don't know if any of you people remember kindergarten, what that was like, but I certainly do. I remember my teacher, the layout of the class, everything. It was great. Here's the thing though, I don't remember the name of my kindergarten teacher. I remember from first grade and up. So in order from first grade is Miss Ruffle, Miss Brownback, Miss Becker, Miss Gervis, Miss Wrightwood, and then Miss Tone. And Miss Tone was when I changed schools. I remember with Miss Gervis, you know, it's recess, and I'm having so much fun, and I just wanted to know how much time left we had for recess, so I went up to her. I said, "Hey, Miss Gervis, you know, how much more time do we have, you know, for recess?" And he goes, "Do you want to go in now?" I said, "I do not, because then don't ask, you know." So I remember that day very vividly. Did I not get the fireworks? I didn't get the fireworks. So notice look at this, I'm like 54 fucking minutes into it, and you know, I don't really have to worry about space. I don't, because I have like what, 800-900 more gigabytes free, like nearly a terabyte free, so. Okay, can I do anything about this guy? Okay, there we go. There's a child. I hear a child telling Santa what to bring, and the look upon his timely face, he means more to me than anything. Oh well, why can't every day be like Christmas? Why can't that feeling go on endlessly? Oh well, if every day could be just like Christmas, what a wonderful world it would be. Right? It's a good song by Elvis. Why can't every day be like Christmas? You know? Santa, bring my baby back to me. I don't need Actually, I'm getting confused with the other song, because it has a similar, kind of sound to it. You don't like hot rod racing or driving late at night. You just wanna tie, you're so square. Oh baby, I don't care. You don't know any dance moves that are new. Yeah. Did I give all the children the sprinklers? I wonder. What would it be under? Okay, so I'm missing one kid. Oh, here we go. And fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, real American hero. G.I. Joe is there. Fighting for freedom wherever there's trouble. Land and, oh look, it contributes towards it, so that's very good. And of course, I remember when there was kind of like the, I think it was season or series 2 it's called, of G.I. Joe. It's like another generation, not really another generation, they use some of the old original people, but where the song went, got to get tough, yo Joe, you know you gotta stand tall when it comes down to the wire. You know, oh here we go. You know you gotta play rough when you cross that line of fire. You know, with Metalhead, bang, 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 right? And Salvo, and I have those toys. Salvo, I have some of the original ones too. But I got like the Avalanche and all in immaculate condition. Metalhead. I don't think I ever got Cobra Commander, but yeah. But I have Duke, Snake Eyes unopened. Come on. Now this keyboard is nice. It remember how I said with the fans I have inside a computer, it's kind of transitioning between different colors. The keyboard does the same thing. There's like a backlight throughout the whole keyboard, you know, just behind every single key, and it's going through like a wave of like colors, like red, purple, green, and it kind of like transitions like a wave, you know, throughout the keyboard. And again, I have to thank Aligai for such, you know, I mean, really, such a great deal on all of this stuff. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you know how some people, like, they go shopping and stuff whenever they get, I go through, you know, depression as well, and when that happens to people, they kind of focus on something to kind of get their mind off it and to just feel better. And you know, for me, it's getting into, you know, finding something new, either just like a game, or you know, that's why I love role playing and getting lost in the world of the game I'm playing. But also like buying something new, you know, so anything that's where it's something new, like a new game, or you know, I guess in a way this upgrade to the computer kind of filled that void, right? And I guess like a drug, you know, it starts to lose potency, you know, it starts to lose potency over time, you know. Like you're building a tolerance to like the drug, I guess. Like, you know, like when people take cocaine or crack, they start off like a little bit, and then when they take it more and more, they have to take a bigger hit each time in order for it to be effective, you know, because they begin to get immune. If you've ever seen, actually, I think the name of the movie was just called Riddick, and it's part of the Chronicles of Riddick series in Pitch Black, starring Vin Diesel. And in Riddick, it was the third one in the franchise. There's this, the alien creatures, they have this, like their tail, their spiked tail, they poke you, and the babies do it too, like a scorpion. And when they poke you, they inject their venom into you. So what he would do is, let me just make sure. Oh, okay, yeah, 35, very good. What he would do, did that count as, okay, good, was he would slowly inject himself with the venom, like a small dosage each time, so to build, you know, to build up a tolerance to the venom, so it wouldn't affect him, you know. So that's, I guess you can maybe say it's kind of happening to me, although it's not, like I said, it's just an analogy. It's not exactly like a tolerance against drugs. I guess it's just because it's still, you know, kind of does it for me. But I guess I just find myself having to do it more frequently, I suppose. Let's see what we have here. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Oops. There we go. Okay, let me just end this because, not end, there we go. Oh, hey, I got the right one. What in the... Okay, so I'm gonna have to look at everyone and see what they're doing. Because see how they're not telling me? I have to go by other people. Blue again. Blue again, really. red? Oh shit, was it red? It's incorrect, you fucker.
Could I speak with you a moment?
But now I think the words will come out, right? The words will appear. They don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave and come back. But yeah, this is, you know, some of the activities that you do for, you know, the anniversary festival that goes on, you know. I believe it was I can't remember anymore if it was a year ago or 2 years. I think it was just a year ago, not 2 years ago. But it was about a year ago when I got back into this game again. And it was, I came in during also the anniversary festival. So I had just missed the spring festival and they were giving away such cool stuff. And it just kind of sucks that I missed that. Oh jeez, I got the right one. Why are the words not showing up?
What can I do for you?
Let the show begin. It had already begun. Send up anything except yellow. So you want your yellow firework. So I'm kind of excited to see Doctor Strange 2. I thought the first one was okay. If I had to pick good or bad, I guess I thought it was pretty good or fairly good. Not super great or anything. How about something besides yellow? And I know Doctor Strange 2 got a 7, and everyone started complaining. So, like, when did 7 become such a bad thing? I guess expectations were too high, or, you know, 7 is good. You know, it's a good score. So, I don't know, it's not yellow, I don't know what, like, when 7 became such a bad thing. Well, this is what I'm talking about, I guess, because they have that whole shared mindset way of thinking. Send up anything except red. That everyone has kind of, and it's not completely true with everyone, but I think it's certainly more so the case now than ever before, you know, in the 80s and 90s, where everyone shares this kind of mindset. This is not the time for blue, but okay. You know, they it's kind of like become the Boyd collective. Everyone doesn't really have their individual thoughts, and maybe they do deep down inside think something else, but because everyone is thinking one way or the other, how about something besides blue? You know, in the comments or in videos, they tend to just kind of go with the flow and say they agree with them, you know, like with Amber Heard and ripping on her and stuff like that, you know. Just leave them alone. That's how I feel. Send up anything except red. Okay, but I want to just get off that subject of Amber Heard. I will say, you know, the world I feel is changing for the worse. You know, we've pretty much zoned out.
How can I be of service?
Like physical media, I guess. Well, not entirely true. Not really zoned out physical media, but like the renting of the tapes, renting of the movies. You know, in lieu of the streaming. You know, I think people have kind of become insane slowly become insane. Kids, you can see it, have certainly gone insane. Kids are killing kids now. If you see in the, this is one thing that's pretty cool. You know, it's YouTube, but real news on YouTube. And I think the little girl's name was like Lily or something. She was murdered. She was 10. She was murdered and actually like, kind of like, I guess she was like, I don't want to get into specifics, but murdered and other things, and found in the woods. And her murderer was a 14-year-old boy. 14 years old. Okay? Back in the day, you know, I don't ever, you know, the 80s and 90s, I don't ever remember hearing anything like that. That's like big news, you know. I don't, you know, kids were just kids. They weren't killing each other, doing anything violent. But now, you know, this is not the first time something like that has happened. There were these, maybe about 8 years or so ago, wasn't there 2 girls that they blamed, like it was Slender Man or something like that, or Slender Man told them to do it, and they killed, 2 girls killed their other kind of supposed best friend, you know, the third girl, and attempted to kill her, but she survived, and now those 2 girls are locked up. What is happening, you know? So, you know, it wasn't like that before. So it's all these things that's just showing that the world is going downhill, you know? And of course, you know, with the cops kind of going crazy, and you know, I've said this before. I don't know if on this video, but I've said it somewhere before. You know, with you know, some of my you know, guildmates and stuff, and I guess they know of it too. They're quite aware. I don't know if they completely agree with everything that I say or feel about it, but you know, with the cops going crazy and beating on people, you know, innocent people, and you know, naming like the minorities and the black people. Let's take I think his name was George Floyd. You know, take that incident for example, and then there are others and kids killing kids. You know, all this stuff. It's all connected, and not in a good way. You know, you can never go back and you know, go back to, you know, the way things were, which is what I liked. You know, I liked going to you know, going to these video rental stores and renting, even if you don't rent all the time, or you know, you're there, you know, looking at you know, movies to rent for like at least an hour and a half, you know, or even just to browse for a couple of hours. But when you walk out of it, you're only walking out with maybe 1, maybe 2 films. But for the length of time you're in there for, you would think, you know, you would be there for, you know, for a good. But you know, for being in there for like an hour or 2, you would think you'd rent like just more than, you know, 1 or 2 films. You know, seems like maybe you should have rented in that time 5 films, you know, 6 films. But those were great times, fun times. You know, again, I don't want to say I'm against anything, you know, I'm against the comments and stuff like that. You know, I make video game stuff too, and I do like the comments for that. But I think when it comes to like news and like, first of all, I think this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing should not be. It shouldn't be. What the fuck is this? Okay, here we go. Be in the public like that. Oh, okay, I'm back in the hill. Okay, who was I? Was I Luxa or was I whispering? I can't remember. I think I was Luxa, right? Okay. But yeah, when it comes to certain things like that, I think they should disable the comments. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, hey, good. Disable the comments and disable like live chat, you know.
Could you help me with something?
That way, you know, all those people will be like, well, how am I supposed to think? I don't know how to think.
Would you do something for me?
If you don't tell me how to think, you know, they're gonna start to panic. Without other people to base my decision on what other people are saying or typing, I can't decide, you know, one of those things. Then they're gonna have to think for themselves now. Oh shit. That's okay. So, who can I, okay. Yeah.
What mischievous malefactor is behind all this? Stay and have some tea. Oh, good day. How do you do?
Okay.
What do you need? Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Should stop soon. I'll maybe watch another episode of Legend of the Seeker. It's a show that was in 2008 to like 2010. It only lasted a couple seasons. But what's great about it is each season of the 2 seasons, it ended not on a cliffhanger. It ended satisfactory. It concluded, got a real conclusion, you know.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
Is this okay? Here we go. That show, Legend of the Seeker, and I didn't know this, I guess, but when I saw the credits and stuff like that, it was Rob Tappert and Sam Raimi. I think they produced it, so they're the same people who did Xena and Hercules. Also filmed in New Zealand. So, and what's kind of cool is there were like a few guests I've seen so far that were from Hercules and Xena, like Michael Hurst, who was Aeolus. He played like a wizard in a flashback. The one who played Ephany, the Amazon, a warrior. She was in another episode, you know. And what's pretty cool is that it's something that happened, you know, nearly 10 years later from Xena and Hercules. And, you know, they're back at it again. It differs from those two shows because Legend of the Seekers are quite a bit more serious. I really like the show a lot. Whereas Xena and Hercules had that comic edge to it. I think maybe it felt like maybe Sam Raimi was a bit more involved in it, I guess, because you know how he's known for some goofiness. Like look at Evil Dead 2. It's got that comic edge to it, right? Okay, very cool.
At your service and your families. Greetings. Might you lend me an ear?
Okay, good. Support back debris. I really need to clean up my room big time, you know. You know, you just, like I said, you know, you get into this kind of depression and stuff, and you neglect
Would you
things,
do something for me?
basic things. How about a bright yellow? I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar, how'd it go? But if you can't get a dollar out of me, it's not the time for blue. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, that is green. That I'm a motherfucking PIMP. Send up anything except a red. Okay. So after I do this, I guess I'll just end it. Quickly launch a yellow firework high into the sky. Sorry for you know the you know, I feel like maybe I was renting more than you know, just renting a lot. So oh, that's okay, you know, and. Quickly launch a firework that's not green high into the sky. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at my desktop and it's kind of facing not not the front of it, but the side, and it's a glass, so it's, you can look into it, into the insides of your computer. It's not anything except blue. And I could see the fan and the lights are all changing colors. It's like the changing of the colors on all the fans in there are all in unison. So they're all changing colors, but they're all changing the same colors, and it looks beautiful and just cool and kick-ass and everything. And the percent of anything except red. The video card itself, the RTX, what did I say, 3060? That has like this turquoise kind of color to it already. There's a light, and then the motherboard itself is changing colors. There's a light in there, and it's changing colors, transitioning. So it's just all very cool and beautiful to look at. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, that's why. I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get $1 out of me, I'm gonna accent that I'm a motherfucking PIMP. Like I said, I forgot the words for that, but she like my style, she like me, I like the way I walk.
Greetings, friend.
G-Unit. In Hollywood, they say there's no business like show business. But in the hood, they say there's no business like whole business. They say it real fast, but if you listen real fast, I ain't gotta slow down so you can hear it. Let's shoot this fucker. So, Mr. Lugosi, when is your next picture coming out? Never. What? But you're a big movie star, Mr. Lugosi. That was the old days, Eddie. Nowadays, nobody gives two fucks about Bella. Let's shoot this fucker. Okay. God damn it, the water's cold. Just get in there. They'll warm up in a sec. Hey, fuck you, you get your ass in here. Or I think it's just hey, fuck you, you get in here. That's what it was. Hey, fuck you, you get in here. Alright. How do I turn this thing on? Bella, it seems like one of our crew forgot to get the motor for it, so you're just gonna have to kind of get in the water and flail its arms around to make it look like it's attacking you. Oh, god damn it. I knew I shouldn't have turned down Frankenstein. Bella, you're kind of mumbling. What were you saying? I said I knew I shouldn't have turned down Frankenstein. The studio, they offered me the role, but I turned it down because I thought it was too good for it. Bella, we kind of have to get started here, and I have 5 more scenes to shoot. Okay, then don't let me stop you. Mr. Wood, I only had 2 hours of sleep last night, so, well, I got 0, and I feel great. That's not me, though. I feel like shit when I don't get any sleep, and it's happened a lot more frequently than not lately, you know. Okay, I think I'm done. This is like an hour and a half long, this thing, so... Alright, everybody, Megavanen, and see ya.